Good morning from Beverly Hills. Today we have this handsome young man who seems to have a little bit of recession in these corners here, and we were discussing the history. And you were telling me that it's always been like this, right?
That's correct, yeah.
So it never grew in even as a baby. And this has bothered you for a little bit?
Yeah, I really struggled through middle school and high school with it. Unfortunately, there's a lot of nasty people out there that capitalize on your insecurities and
Called kids, right?
called kids, yeah.
Unfortunately.
But I definitely worked through the insecurity and got through high school, got a lot stronger from it. But coming to a point in my life where I'm making some money and would love to be able to finalize it and be really confident in my hair rather than always trying to hide it.
Okay, cool. Well, that's very reasonable. So what we want to do, and I think it's important, because we're young and we only have so much donor hair to work with, we have to be responsible in the design that we do, okay? So obviously we want to remove some of that insecurity that you have when you visually look at that, and if there's, the memories that it may evoke, right? We want to get rid of those and cover those up, so to speak. And it's good that you've, moved past that to some extent, in the sense that you've dealt with it, so you recognize that, it's more than just the hair, right? And you've overcome that part, so that's made you a lot stronger. But it's that reminder of that was, not necessarily a great time, and I want to get rid of that time in my head, so you don't have to look at it all the time. So let's draw some things out and see what we can do with that, okay? So I'm just gonna kind of start to sketch some things out here and see what comes out. This is the pinky test, right? So I actually made this up, but take a look now in the mirror and see, you can get a feel for what it looks like, right?
Yeah.
Covering the areas, correct? Let me see in the mirror too. Yeah, that's gonna make a nice difference. I think we're onto something there. You like?
I like it a lot. I love it that you added kind of...
Yeah, we can't do any of this, but it would have been cool, right?
Yeah, it's good to dream,
Yeah. No, we'll be able to do this. So I think that's reasonable. I mean, you're still gonna have the recession. We're not going too low, but it's going to really have a big impact, as you can see. All right, my friend, you have just finished your procedure. How much fun was that?
It was definitely requires mental endurance because you can't move for 2 hours. So I turned on one of my favorite movies, and all the doctors here are amazing. Paola, she's wonderful. Layla, they're all wonderful. Super kind, great conversations.
What about Heather?
Heather was cool too, yeah.
And Cynthia?
Cynthia was wonderful as well. Everybody here is so friendly, so kind. It feels just like a big family here. I feel welcomed in right immediately. I love it.
And you don't have to stay still for 2 hours straight.
Oh, that's what they told me, so I
well,
took it very
I'm saying
literally.
you have to stay still if you don't want to get an elbow in the face. From the nose.
I'm saying, so I can do it, there's just consequences.
Yeah. Okay, so let's take a look and see what we did.
Okay.
So this is the big reveal. Whenever you're ready, it's you're holding the mirror.
Awesome.
What do you think?
It looks amazing.
Okay, so remember, this was the area that we were talking about going into, right? We created the temporal peaks. We built out on both sides to help you in the vertical plane. And then we lowered the hairline, but not too low, right? Exactly what we had talked about.
Perfect.
4 fingers.
4 fingers, that's all
right?
we need.
And it's irregular, so it's natural. We filled in these corners and worked a little bit into where you're starting to thin, right? Mm-hmm. Or where you have the thinner hair. And then we did the same thing on this side. And then the temporal peaks here. And we gave you this very stylish haircut. Actually, it looks pretty good. So we did it without shaving the top. And then we shaved the back here, I believe.
Most expensive haircut I've ever had.
And it looks really good. Well,
yeah, my hair is definitely lighter, so you can't really see that.
yeah, if you don't like the haircut, it was Heather.
Never your fault. Always.
No, never. So you did really well. And we're going to start a good non-surgical program, right, for maintenance?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, with our topicals, and
yeah,
that will be very good for you.
I'm Excited.
All right, so I'm just gonna do the growth factors now, and then we're gonna let you be on your way, and then you'll come back tomorrow. We'll do a hair wash and a laser treatment, okay?
Sounds good, Dr. Z.
Any questions?
I think you guys answered it all. I'm good.
Big thumbs up?
Double thumbs up.
There you go. All right.